Good morning. It's your friendly LDA with tea time. In case you don't know what LDA stands for, it stands for Legal Document Assistant. What does that mean? I am registered and bonded in the county of Kern to cover all the state of California. If you need help with the eviction, oh no, we don't want to do evictions anymore. Restraining orders, small claims, or wills, powers of attorneys, give us a call, 661-230-8048. We have a very special tea time this morning. We have a fellow LDA. We have Mandy Flores from the Sacramento area. And this is going to be a little bit different. We're going to do tea time in the life of the LDA. So we're going to give you some information in the background of an LDA. Welcome, man. Have you? Good morning. Good morning. And she's got her tea, you guys. So we're going to go into topic. Mandy's going to share what her company is, what she does, and where she's located, so you guys can find her while I drink my tea.
Thank you, Alberta. Thank you for having me. So my name is Mandy Flores. I am with DocSuite Prep. I am a legal document preparer here in Sacramento. I specially type documents for family law matters such as divorce and child custody, child visitation, child support, mediation, anything family law related. I am, again, in the Sacramento area. I have my office here in downtown Sacramento. And so it's a pleasure to be here and to join your tea time, Alberta.
Yes. So this is going to be a regular thing, you guys. I will still continue to do my everyday tea time, but once a week, me and Mandy will get together and we'll give you, you can get a little bit more of an idea. So our discussion today is going to be what an LDA versus a paralegal and how both roles can benefit you in your certain situations. So I'm going to hand it over to Mandy. She's going to explain to you what is the difference between the two.
Okay, thank you. So basically a LDA, legal document assistant here in California, is a registered document preparer that basically the legislature back in, I believe it was the year 2000, implemented a law where if you wanted to work independently as a document preparer, then you would have to register with the county that you are providing services in. And what that does is it provides you a registration number. You go in, you have to qualify with the county, and you fill out an application, and they provide you with the registration card. And you also have to be bonded in order to be qualified. And that gives you the ability to type and file documents for people who are representing themselves in the court system. And of course, us legal document preparers are unable to give any type of legal advice. We are not attorneys. We are not law firms. We cannot provide strategy in any case. The only two things that we can do is type and file documents. We could also provide published information from an attorney to our customers, but our services are very limited. The benefits of using us is that if you don't want to spend the hassle going to the courthouse, feeling lost, being there for hours on end, being rejected at the clerk's window, pulling another number, waiting another hour, feeling frustrated, checking the wrong boxes, you're paying for that efficiency, and for a professional document preparer to do your work, type it, take it down to the courthouse for you, and eliminate all of that stress on you. A paralegal, however, is only authorized to work under the direct supervision of an attorney. They are not independent people that can work by themselves. They must work with an attorney. And right now, they are actually working independently, illegally, and people are getting scammed. So Alberta and I were trying to, along with many other document preparers, we are trying to spread the word to the public that, you want to hire a document preparer that's registered as a document preparer and bonded. It's super important. I can't stress this enough. I actually did a pop-up event for marketing for the Dia de los Muertos here in Roseville with our other fellow LDA, Jenny Bari. She's another document preparer in the Gold River area here in Northern California, nearby where I'm at. And every person that walked up to our table did not know what a document preparer was. It was actually very, very scary because you're basically going to the public with a job, with a gig for something that's very dear to your heart. It's either you're trying to get a trust done, you're trying to get a divorce done, you're trying to get custody of your kids, maybe you're trying to modify your child support, maybe you're trying to get an eviction. There's document preparers that specialize in all different things. So you find that document preparer that fits your needs for whatever it may be. And every time I would ask the people during my pop-up event, do you know what a document preparer is? And of course, they would say, no, I have no idea. I always hire a paralegal. And that to me is just shocking. I had another customer that talked to me about her friend who actually got scammed by a paralegal. And the problem with this is that a paralegal has no obligation to you, whether you give them money or not. They can take your money, say, yeah, I'll do the job for you. No problem. And then they take off and go on a trip. You never see them again. Their office has now disappeared. You don't know where they've gone. That is like crazy to me. And so, document preparer, we are definitely held accountable. We have a registration number and a card where even our customers can ask upon request, hey, can I see your document preparation card? And we must comply and show them our card. It's just like a driver's license, is how I explain it to the public. And so if we were to take their money and run, we are held accountable. They can find us on, the website through I don't know if Sacramento, every county is different. But however, they could go into the, office here in the county and ask, where do I find this document preparer? She took money from me and hasn't done the job, which I haven't seen happen, and I never heard that story yet. So those are the two differences of a paralegal, compared to a document preparer.
Right. And so let's ask, what benefit does the public have using an LDA when it comes to what benefit other than doing the documents? We are affordable for one, right? We're usually flat feed.
Correct.
And
Yep,
even though we can't give legal advice, should we need to, we can always refer somebody out. So when
correct.
Mandy touches base on people being scammed, unfortunately, that is happening quite a bit. You need to do your due diligence. You need to make sure that these people are registered and bonded. I know that we're stuck in an economy where things are a little bit, pricey right now, and a friend or a family member is trying to help you the best that they can. And they think because, I work under the attorney, I can do that. However, them being a paralegal role, it falls on the attorney, right?
Correct.
And if attorney doesn't understand, hey, my paralegal is out there doing this work on the side, that could be some, really, you can get in a lot of trouble
It
there.
could be very detrimental to the attorney as well, because anything that paralegal does could potentially fall onto the responsibility of that attorney if the customer was to go after them for whatever reason. There's got to be a contract in place. Us being a document preparer, the other difference is that we must comply with the Business and Professions Code 6400, and it goes on to 6415, I believe. But it does mention that we have to have a contract for services, that the customer must have their services itemized with prices listed. They must fully understand the contract for services, and it's a binding contract. It's an obligation that this document preparer is going to do the work in return for being paid for that job.
Right. So one of the other things too, with me and Mandy, we are actually registered with CALDA, which is California Legal Document Assistance. So that's also a platform that you can go and look for LDAs in your area. They will make sure that they are following the rules, regulations, and that they are up to par. We must continue education throughout the whole time that we are in an LDA. We just are able to understand what UPL is, which is, the unpractice of law. One of those things is that organization has been able to keep us above. So if you are dealing with a LDA, you might want to check registration, check, reviews, things like that. But also just know that if you are going to the CALDA websites, we are all registered and we are all bonded, because that is one thing that CALDA makes sure that we have. So
Exactly.
if you're in an area, of course, I'm the Kern County area and LA, but we can cover all the state of California. Mandy's in the Sacramento area. She can still cover all the state of California. Now, if you're in Orange County, don't call me. I don't want to touch Orange County. But besides that, I can send you to somebody else. Just kidding. No.
She can refer you to somebody else who likes Kern County, that's familiar with the rules and the court procedures of Kern County. Exactly. Because again, every court in each county, they have their own rules, they have their own procedures. It's always good to go on their website, check it out, do your own research and read about it, see what they require.
More importantly, you got to remember this. As a person coming into the legal journey, this is your case. Ultimately, you need to be responsibility of what is being filed in that court, meaning your information goes into the documents. And how we do that is we provide intake forms so that you can give us all your information, and then we can put it into the correct documents for you and get it filed and possibly served on the other party. However, this is your case. You need to do your due diligence, double check that your LDAs are registered. And if somebody is a paralegal and they say, oh, I'm a paralegal, you need to push back the answer. Well, are you registered and bonded? Do you have the authority to do this? Because there has been so many people that have been scammed by people claiming the paralegal.
Right.
Now, you need to understand, we all have education as a paralegal. We all went to school to learn the ins and out of what a paralegal does. We can all work under the supervision of an attorney. However, selected few of us have decided to go outside the role of a paralegal, become registered and bonded, and be able to work directly with you guys, right? So we don't have to ask permission from an attorney. We go directly to you. We do exactly what you guys have asked us to do. And by doing that, we're able to keep that cost down and affordable for you, right? Most of you guys know exactly what you want in your case. You just don't know how to, dot the I's and the T's and prepare it in the format that the court is requesting. That is where we come in, and our role is to prepare the correct documents according to your situation in your case, and to make sure that if there's a problem with the court, that we can take care of that for you, so that you have less stress while you're trying to deal with any kind of a legal journey. We will start doing this at least once a week for you guys, to give you a little bit of information, so that when you're entering into a legal journey, it's like uncharted waters for you. Correct. Well, we've already swimmed. We've swum. We've done the sunking for you. So why not trust a LDA that has your back? So, like I said, I'm from Legal Success. She's from We Doc Prep, I believe is the name of the company. And like I said, if it's something that we cannot do, if we cannot do it, I guarantee we have an LDA in our area that we will find that will help you. So rest assured, when you're dealing with a legitimate registered and bonded registration, you are protected. We are not going to take your money and disappear, because we have a lot of people to answer to, not just to you. If you are registered and bonded, we are registered with the county that we can't run. There's nowhere to run. You can't run from a county. So just know that when you're out there and you are looking into this, whether it's a simple divorce, you might think, oh, my friend can do this. They could. They possibly could. But what
they do. And they do all the time. Or I'll get a customer that says, oh, I have a friend that told me I should do this. And I'm thinking in my head, I remember other situations that other people have been in where that actually was not the right way, but I can't tell them that.
Yes.
I work at the direction of the customer. And so if I do that, then I'm safe because I type and file documents at your specific direction, at the customer's specific direction. If they come to me and ask me, "Hey Mandy, I really need help with filing a request for order." That's them directing me, and then I have to listen to them whether I think it's good or not, you know? Um, we have to do what they want. It's like if a customer goes into a grocery store and says, "I'm gonna buy this bread." Is the clerk gonna say, "No, you can't buy that bread?"
No. Yeah, right. That's true. Yeah, that's a good
Right?
question. Yeah. And yeah, we work directly with the people. They are the ones that tell us what to do. Unfortunately, yeah, we are. If I have a customer and they come to me and I absolutely know, like, this is not right, this is not correct, I'm going to suggest to them, why don't we set you up with a consult with an attorney? Just because I can't legally tell them what to do, but I know what they're trying to do is not going to fly with the courts. So at that point, I do ask them if they would like to speak to an attorney at that point. So we do
Yeah.
have that resources. But most of the time, especially in uncontested matters, they really don't have to have an attorney. And especially if they can't afford it. I mean, we are here to bridge that justice gap, right? I remember in my day and age where I actually hired I thought was an LDA, but she was a paralegal. Okay. And she took my money and I never heard from her again. She did the first part. Great. I called the courts because I hadn't heard from her in 6 months. And I'm like, wait, this is not, 6 months and 1 day is a divorce. What's going on? I knew that much. And this was before I became an LDA. And she just vanished. She
Wow.
vanished. So I
Yeah.
ended up hiring another LDA, but this time I verified, hey, are you licensed? Are you not licensed? Are you registered? Are you bonded? So it's very, very important that you double check that because you want to make sure that everything is done correctly, the way it's supposed to be, right?
Right.
And that's what we're here. We're here to bridge that justice gap. If we're affordable, a lot of us do payment plans sometimes if they need to do it, but we are there to help a consumer get the outcome that they desire, especially if they don't have the money to afford an attorney. So just it's a great asset to have as long as you know that they're out there. And like Mandy explained, a lot of people don't know that LDAs are available, legal document assistants. They do call us independent paralegals. However, we've got to let them know we're no longer independent paralegals.
Correct. Exactly. So
That
I'd
is
like
not
to
the title.
yeah, so I'd like to close with this. Make sure whoever you hire is an actual registered document preparer if your case allows it. If you feel that you don't need an attorney and you can represent yourself and that you feel comfortable with communicating to the document preparer and if your case is super complicated and you think it's, something that an attorney must, help you with, then, by all means, contact an attorney. Always get your legal advice from an attorney. Make sure to do your research on an attorney. Whichever attorney that you decide, look at the reviews, ask them questions, do your research as well when it comes to attorneys, just as you would a document, prepare. And research is everything, honestly. And this goes for anything in life, whether you go and take your car to a mechanic, just do your research, especially for your legal documents.
Yes. And we will close with, again, there is a resource out there. It's CALDA, California Legal Document Assistance. Guarantee if you go there, you are getting somebody who's registered and bonded. And if for some reason you pick somebody and they are not comfortable doing that, they definitely have a slew of LDAs to pick out. So I am Alberta from Legal Success, and that is Mandy Flores from We Doc Prep. And we hope you enjoyed this information, and we will see you next week. Have a
All
beautiful,
right.
I don't even
We'll
know what
see
day.
you.
Bye.
Today is Wednesday.
Wednesday. Today's Wednesday Wellness, and we hope this helps you guys. And
Tea
we'll see you.
time.
We will be starting to take some questions. So if there's a topic you want to know, that we can talk about on our tea time, then let us know so we can discuss it and the whole world can hear that, because you never know if your question may just help one other person.
Yeah.
All
And
right,
what
you
is
guys.
Alberta, real quick,
Yes.
what is your email address just in case they want to shoot you a question?
You can email me at legalsuccess1@yahoo.com. And Mandy, what's yours?
Mine is Mandy, MANDY, @docsweprep.com.
Yes. So send your questions in, and let's give some educational back to the world. We're here to educate, not give you legal advice, but to educate. We hope this helps you, and we will see you next week. Have a great day, you guys.
Bye.
Okay, let's see how we do this. And the